How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
The Class 4A number 14 ranked team in the state of Indiana, Northside, with a 14-3 overall record, 3-1 in conference, taking on the Homestead Spartans, defending state champions with a 7-4 overall record, 4-0 in conference play. Folks, we're going to send it down for the starting lineups.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visiting Homestead Spartans. Starters this evening, a 6-foot senior, number 2, Jacob Wolfkale. A 6'3" senior, number 12, Taj Curry. A 6'2" junior, number 20, Parker Mangus. A 6'3" senior, number 30, Eric Martin. And a 6'6" junior, number 42, Brandon Durnell. Spartans are coached by Chris Johnson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Northside Redskins. Starting at guard position this evening, a 5'9" junior, number 3, Elijah Holmes. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 5, Devontae King. Also at guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 10, Brandon Johnson. Starting at forward this evening, a 6'10" junior, number 1, Jalen Potts. And also starting at forward, a 6'8" freshman, number 12, Keon Brooks. Redskins are coached by Shabazz Khalid.
There we have it, folks, the starting lineups. Homestead, coached by Chris Johnson. Northside head coach is Shabazz Khalid. Khalid in his 6th year at the school. In his eighth year overall at Northside, has a 93-37 record. Homestead, coached by Chris Johnson, in his 17th year at the school, 22nd year overall, 255 wins, 126 losses. Coach Chris Johnson, regarded as one of the top basketball coaches in Northeast Indiana. There's no doubt about that. In the circle for Homestead will be number 12, Taj Curry. Curry comes in averaging 18 points per game. And Jalen Butts for Northside. As possession will go with Northside. Butts is a big, big man at 6'10". He's a junior forward, highly recruited, along with Keon Brooks, who's just a freshman. Nice feed to Devontae Kinney. Baseline cannot hit the lay-in. Rebounded by number 14, Brandon Durnell. That was Kinney going for the steal on Taj Curry. That was Jacob Wolfkale. Wolfkale called with the travel. First turnover will go to Homestead. Wolfkale, who averages 5.5 points per game. He's shooting 50%. Hitting his two-pointers 12.5% from three-point land. We are 30 seconds into this game, scoreless. On the far wing, pass goes up to number 10, Brandon Johnson. Good feed down on the block to Butts. Butts is going to be fouled right away by Durnell. So for Brandon Durnell, that'll be his first and the team's first. With the inbounds pass will be number 10, Brandon Johnson, a 6'2" sophomore guard. A quick feed. We got Butts going to head to the free throw line to shoot two. Brandon Durnell picks up a quick second foul here. And that could be trouble, as Brandon Durnell has been fantastic for Homestead this year. Only a junior, listed at 6'6". Stocky build. He's not a man who's going to be muscling around down the block. Jalen Butts also very well put together, very muscular at 6'10". Those two will be battling. Jalen Butts hits his first free throw. Butts on the season from the charity stripe is shooting 47%, hitting 41 of 87 free throws, but he did hit both of those to give Northside the 2-0 lead. Over the timeline, that was Eric Martin, number 30. He's a senior forward. Durnell going to back down, kicks out. Martin up to Wolfkale. And loose on the handle there, that was Jack Ferguson. Excuse me, Parker Mangus, number 20. Durnell finds Wolfgale. Devontae Kinney's got the defense, probably the best defensive point guard in the Summit Athletic Conference. If you had to pick 5 to win one game, you probably would take Devontae Kinney as your starting point guard here in the Summit Athletic Conference, one of the best conferences in the state of Indiana. Durnell, beautiful spin move, misses on the right-handed hook shot. Keon Brooks, the freshman, Rivals top 10 player. Devontae Kinney just inside the arc, rims in. Kinney picks up his first bucket of the game. Northside up 4-0, 5:57 left to play here in the first. Taj Curry, he's been spectacular for Homestead. The Spartans have come up with some big victories, especially this past Friday when they beat Snyder 51-50. They did lose to Columbia City this past Tuesday, 53-43. Taj Curry is going to be fouled in the lane. Camped out here in the corner, so it's a little hard to see who the refs are calling out. But the foul is going to be called on number 20, Parker Mangus, his first and the team's third. Excuse me, not Parker.
Taj Curry will be in the line shooting one more.
Foul was called on number 10, Brandon Johnson, his first, team's first. Just 2 team fouls for Homestead. Curry hits his first, second free throw attempt is good. Taj Curry hits both of his free throws. He's a 63% free throw shooter on the season, having hit 29 of 46 entering today. Backcourt pressure by the Spartans. Ball gets up to Butts. Butts walled off, not only by Durnell, but also number 30, Eric Martin. Martin, who's a senior, listed at 6'3". That's Elijah Holmes, number 3, over to Kinney. Feed goes to number 10, Brandon Johnson. That's a 2-pointer just inside the arc. Kinney off the mark, Butts with the rebound. Looked like he got pushed off that pivot foot as the floater's good by Keon Brooks. Keon Brooks, for a freshman, folks, he fills the stat sheet. He's listed at 6'8", guard forward. And I believe a foul is going to be called on number 12.
Northside fouls on number 12, Keon Brooks. That's his first. Team
So for
second.
Brooks, that'll be his first,
At the line shooting
team
will be
second.
Parker Mangus.
Parker Mangus at the free throw line. He's a 73% free throw shooter, hits the first. He's hit 8 of 11 free throws entering today's game. Homestead is a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line so far here in the first. There's 4:50 left to play, a 3-point advantage for Northside. Second one's good as well. Keon Brooks, that's Wolfgale, Taj Curry was supplying the pressure as Butts pretty much uncontested down there on the block. He now has 4 points to lead all scorers. 8-4 is your score. Jalen Butts averaging 10.1 rebounds per game. Taj Curry's averaging 6.2. Butts averages a double-double on the season, 15.6 points per game, along with 10.1 rebounds per game. That was a rebound by Butts, finds Keon Brooks. Brooks was looking for, I believe it was Butts again. Elijah Holmes, no good, rebounded by Durnell. Wolfkale camping out in the corner, running the baseline now. Him and Parker Mangus crisscross. Durnell to set the pick, floats down to the block, comes back up. Taj Curry works off that pick set by Martin. Nice pick and roll as the shot's no good. Lay-in will not fall, rebounded by Keon Brooks. Still a beautiful looking play between Taj Curry and number 30, Eric Martin. Johnson finds Brooks in the corner. Brooks, beautiful bounce pass. Devontae Kinney cannot hit the circus shot. Butts putback's no good. That was Durnell with the rebound. 3:15 as Taj Curry rises up for three off the heel, no good. Butts with the board. Devontae Kinney now in transition. Leaves it up for Keon Brooks, who's fouled. Keon Brooks with the trailer there, but the Spartans got back quickly on defense. Homestead's not going to give you any free looks. They're just way too well coached. Keon Brooks, first free throw is in. Keon now has 3 points in this game with 1 foul. Second's good as well. Chris Johnson actually coached against Keon Brooks' dad when Chris was the head basketball coach at Bishop DeWanger. There in the 1995-96 season, he took DeWanger all the way down to, I believe it was the Elite Eight round before they lost to, I think it was Warsaw. But man, that was back when there was still a single class and Memorial Coliseum filled up. Such a neat environment there in the Coliseum when all the teams from Northern Indiana would go to the Coliseum. You used to have all the different corners full of all the high school fans. They would pack that place. Such a neat environment that was. And there's number 10, Jack Ferguson now into the game. Martin, nice pump fake. He had Brooks in the air. Easily could have drew the foul, I believe, if he would have went straight up. Taj Curry with the floater with the left hand. No good. Loose ball is going to stay with Homestead. Northside's up 10-4. Parker Mangus is going to check back in. He's in for Eric Martin. Mangus did start this game for Homestead. On the trigger is Jacob Wolfkale. Ferguson just inside the arc, no good. Jack Ferguson, one of the top three-point shooters for Homestead. Ferguson shooting 47% from beyond the arc, hitting 30 of 64 three-point attempts. Next closest to him is Taj Curry, who shot 37 attempts, and he's hit 11. Butts with the putback, no good. Curry comes up with the board. Taj Curry, a senior for Homestead. In the lane, he's going to be fouled. We'll head to the free throw line to shoot two. I believe the foul is going to be called on Johnson, number 10. No, it's called on Devontae Kinney. For Devontae, that'll be his first and the team's third. Homestead with 2 fouls. Curry back to the free throw line where he's a perfect 2 of 2 in this game. Taj hits the first. Once again, Curry on the season, a 63% free throw shooter, shooting 30% from beyond the arc, 50% from the field. Make that 46% from the field. Checking in for Homestead is number 22, Chris Hill. In for Elijah Holmes, so 5'9" checks out. Chris Hill listed at 6'6". Big lineup for Northside. Second one is good for Curry. 10-6 your score. That's Devontae Kinney who gets it over to Brooks. Good hands there by Parker Mangus. Mangus, a junior guard at 6'2". Bahia Arena starting to fill up a little bit. Had a beautiful crowd here when Snyder came to town. Of course, Snyder gave Northside its first loss. Keon Brooks off the mark. Ferguson bringing it up for the Spartans. Jack put on the Jets there and then quickly put on the brakes. Taj drawing a double team. Circus move off the glass is good by number 12, Taj Curry. He now has 6 points. That's his first field goal of the game. He is 4-4 from the free throw line. Devontae Kinney inside the arc is good. Kinney now with 4 points as his squad has a 4-point advantage. Northside up 12-8. And a traveling call called on Jacob Wolfkale, the senior guard. Brandon Durnell is back in. Got to get him back in there with all that size. Butts, Brooks, Hill. Durnell listed at 6'6", but as I stated earlier, he's stocky. He's got a strong build. Keon driving from the top of the key. Big Euro step, but an extra one as he's called with the travel. But the athleticism for the big man. He'll start to get in the weight room. And Keon Brooks is going to be so much fun to watch for the next 3 years. Only a freshman. Keon once again at 6'8". Curry being guarded by Chris Hill at the top of the key. Curry with a strong take. Went high off the glass, couldn't finish. Jalen Butts now leading the fast break. 3-point attempt off the mark. That was number 2, Elijah Long. Mangus now for 3 for Homestead. It's good. Parker Mangus. He now has 5 points in this game. Homestead pulls to within 1, 12-11. 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Devontae Kinney beyond the far wing. Elijah Long working his way to the top of the key. Not a whole lot of movement. Northside going to settle for the last shot here. Never a bad idea. Hoping to get somebody open. Jalen Butts top of the key. Chris Hill out of the corner. Folks, he can throw it down big time just inside the arc. Kinney with the air ball. So that will do it here for the first quarter. Northside leads it 12-11 over Homestead. Looking at Homestead, though, a block of 3 wins. They won at Southside 70-58, at Blackhawk Christian 61-49, and then hosting Snyder 51-50. That was a huge win, and that's the reason Homestead's sitting atop the Summit Athletic Conference with a 4-0 record, tied with Carroll. Homestead 7-4 overall, 4-0 in conference. Carroll 11-2 overall, 4-0 in conference. Now those two squads did meet up at the SAC Holiday Tournament, and it was Carroll getting the 63-43 win. Carroll went on to face Northside in the championship game and lost 58-54 in overtime. Northside won its 3rd straight holiday tournament. Before that, Northrop had won 3 straight, and before that, Bishop Lures had won 3 straight. So it'll be interesting next year if Northside can break the trend and win its 4th straight. And folks, they will be the favorite next year heading into the tournament as Brandon Durnell, 3-point attempt no good, returning Jalen Butts and Keon Brooks. Devontae Kinney also returning for Northside, who turns the ball over. 12-11, Redskins on top. Curry waiting for the offense to develop. Wolfkale to Curry, finds Durnell. 17-foot jumper, no good, rebounded by Hill. Looks like Homestead in the zone. As a lob pass down for Butts, a little bit strong. Deflected off the backboard. Jack Ferguson in transition. Cannot finish, but the putback's good by Durnell. For Brandon Durnell, that's his first 2 points of the game. Ferguson, you can tell he's got long strides. It did not take him long to get to the cup. He did have a Redskin in front of him, tried to go high off the glass, just a little too strong. Kinney, no good, rebounded by Durnell. Ferguson over to Wolfkale. Curry. Curry just inside the arc is good. A long two-pointer for Taj Curry. He now has 8 points. Homestead's up 15-12. Handoff goes to Kinney. Plenty of space there if he wants to chuck up the three. Curry sagging off at about 10 feet. Ferguson's got the defense on long. Devontae Kinney, the strong take. He's going to turn it over. Possession to Homestead. Looks like no, Durnell will stay out there for the Spartans. 15-12, 5:47 left in the second quarter. Curry bringing it up for the Spartans. Ferguson. Keon Brooks sank down. Ferguson let that fly. He's one player you do not want to leave unguarded beyond the arc. Three-point attempt is good on the opposite end. Number 2, Elijah Long. That's the first points of the quarter for Northside as they tied up at 15. Elijah Long did not start this game. A huge three-pointer, though, for the Redskins. Ferguson for three, and it's good. Jack Ferguson drains it from downtown. His first bucket of the game. Homestead has 8 points here in the frame, up by 3, 18-15. Off the bench for Northside's number 23, Brandon Adams, a 6'4" senior. Brooks down to Butts, left-handed shot, no good. Nice defense there by Durnell, just stay between him and the cup. Ferguson, once again, a super strong take. He's looking for the foul, none was called. Jack Ferguson's extremely athletic there and Ferguson listed at 6'2". Boy, he looks taller than 6'2". He's just a long, rangy player. He's calling for the ball. Bounce pass goes out, steps back, the triple. Long, high arcing triple, no good. .413 left to play, 3-point advantage for Homestead. Brooks being guarded by Parker Mangus, Ferguson on Hill. Juan Quarles, we've seen him hit many a three-pointer. Nice pump fake, steps inside the arc. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Wolfkale. Parker Mangus, feed goes to Durnell. Durnell just so strong there, took that hard contact from Hill and was still able to finish.
Northside fouls on 22. Chris Hill, his first, team fourth.
So for Hill, that's his first and the team's fourth.
And also number 23, Brandon Adams.
Butts is going to take a breather. He's going to check out along with number 22, Chris Hill. Brandon Adams is in, along with number 10, Brandon Johnson. Johnson, the 6'2" sophomore, did start this game for the Redskins. Durnell finishes the three-point play. He's now got 5 points in this one as his team is up by 6, 21-15. Durnell's going to take a breather. So once again, Homestead does not really have a true big on the floor. Number 14 is into this game, Chase Neiswanger, a junior guard at 6'1". But now that Butts is off the floor, Keon Brooks is the true big. Turnover by Brooks. Keon Brooks, once again, just a freshman, folks. Full court pressure for Northside. Neiswanger over the timeline. Wolfkale. Coral's got the defense all the way out by half court. Taj Curry has Ferguson to his left. Parker Mangus is open there for a second. Wolfkale. Ferguson running the baseline. He's got those long arms. He can rise up. It's got to be hard to contest that shot even if he is guarded tightly. Ferguson turns it over. When you think of those shooters from the Fort Wayne area that were really hard to contest, think back to VJ Beecham, the great six-man at Notre Dame. Did get some starts this year as well. Feed down low. No good for Brandon Adams. Foul going to be called on the play. Homestead's calling for a travel there. Chase Neiswanger said he took way too many steps. Inbounds pass to Brooks. Just a little bit strong. Rebounded by Chase Neiswanger. 2:38 left in the second. 21-15 is your score. Taj, strong take. Nearly clothesline right there at the cup, but was able to finish. Taj Curry with his first 2 points here in the second quarter. It's been all Homestead in the second. As on the other end, Brandon Johnson gets it to fall for Northside. Johnson's first 2 points of the game. Curry picked up right at the timeline, worked off that pick by Mangus. All alone is Neiswanger. No good on the air ball attempt. Juan Quarles, he has yet to take a three-pointer in this game. 156, 23-17, Spartans. And I think we got a checking foul going to be called on the floor on Chase Neiswanger. It is called on number 14.
Chase Neiswanger is first, team fourth.
That's his first and the team's fourth. So Elijah Long will check out of the game along with Brandon Adams. Jalen Butts checks back in with Elijah Holmes. Holmes wears number 3 and Long wears number 2. It's Elijah and Elijah. Feed down low to Butts. Great spin move. And foul going to be called on the Spartans, and it counted. Foul's called on number 30, Eric Martin. That's the team's 5th. For Martin, that's his 2nd. Butts looking to complete the three-point play. Jalen has 6 points in this game. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That one too strong. Rebounded by Mangus. Wolfkale. Mangus, good ball movement as Curry found Mangus there open. No good. Quarles with the board. Johnson, what a take. Nice spin off the glass. Brandon Johnson using the English. He now has 4 points all here in the second quarter, and he pulls the Redskins to within 2, 23-21. Ferguson, Mangus. Wolfkale. Tough defense, Johnson on Taj Curry, and Johnson's going to be called with the foul. That'll be his first and the team's 5th.
Northside foul is on number 10. Brandon Johnson is 2nd, team 5th. Entering for the Redskins is Chris Hill.
So coming in for Johnson will be Chris Hill. Folks, my name is Jeff Mahoney, bringing you the play-by-play. Nate McCullough on the camera. This is SummitCitySports.com YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to us so you can get all the updates of our highlight and broadcast videos. That foul was called on Chris Hill. That's his 2nd and the team's 6th. So one more and we will be in the bonus with 55.2 seconds remaining in the first half. Wolfkale turned to call the timeout. And I believe they just called a 5-second violation. So Wolfkill, I guess he just didn't turn and call it in time. It was almost simultaneous. Feed is down low. Brooks, put back no good. Bounding ball picked up by Butts. Butts no good. Put back is by Keon Brooks. Keon now with 6 points. .7 seconds remains here in the second quarter. We are tied at 23.
His first, team sixth. Northside calls a 30-second timeout.
So timeout's going to be called by Coach Shabazz Khalik, a 30-second timeout with 26.7 seconds remaining here. We'll see if Northside wants to settle for the last shot. See if they try to find Butts down on the block or find Keon Brooks streaking towards the cup. Juan Corals is out there. Maybe get a open look from beyond the arc for Juan Corals, number 24, who is out there, a transfer from Concordia High School. So with the inbounds pass will be Chris Hill, number 22. Corals, Keon Brooks out of the corner. Drains the triple. Keon Brooks now with 9 points in this one, gives Northside the 3-point advantage. Ferguson with 10 seconds. Pick set there by Martin. And we got a foul called. That's going to send Homestead to the free throw line with 4.7 seconds left. Juan Corals called with the foul.
Team 7. Shooting bonus for Homestead is number 10, Jack Ferguson.
For Juan, that's his first. Team 7. Ferguson at the free throw line. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Jack Ferguson on the season shoots 53% from the free throw line, hitting 9 of 17 free throws. He has 141 total points, averaging 13 points per game. He's the second leading scorer for the Spartans. Taj Corey averaging 17 points per. So Ferguson hits them both. Keon Brooks, it was really a good look at it, let it go maybe a little bit early, but that will do it. Northside up 26-25 as we head into the break. Folks, my name is Jeff Mahoney, SummitCitySports.com, bringing you today's presentation. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us at 260 Sports on Twitter and like our Facebook fan page, Summit City Sports. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with you for the third quarter. Start of the third quarter here. Northside's got Jalen Butts along with Keon Brooks on the floor, Devontae Kinney, Elijah Holmes, and number 10, Brandon Johnson. There are starters. Parker Mangus, Brandon Durnell. Ferguson going to get the start here in the second half, along with Wolfgale and Taj Curry for Homestead. That is Devontae Kinney. Over to Johnson, back to Kinney. Northside down by as many as 4 points there in the second. It was a big second quarter for Homestead, who trailed it 12-11 at the end of the first. Keon Brooks no good, rebounded by Ferguson. Curry hands it off to Wolfkale. Ferguson deep behind the three-point arc. Three-point attempt is good. Jack Ferguson with his second three-pointer of the game. He now has 8 points in this one. That gives Homestead the 2-point advantage. Northside with 14 points there in the second quarter. 14 for Homestead as well. Looking down low for Butts. Curry who sank down there and had the double team with Durnell on his back. Kinney, scoop shot is good. Devontae Kinney. Kinney now has 6 points. We're tied at 28. 6:34 left to play. Curry right at the timeline. And off goes the Wolf Kale. Ferguson to Durnell. 3-point attempts, no good. Rebounded by Butts. Durnell doing a good job of trailing that one, but Butts was in great position. Durnell comes up with the loose ball in transit. Ferguson, nice fake on the pass there, but had his shot blocked by Johnson. Both wear number 10. Kinney driving from the wing. Nice shot with the right hand, high off the glass. Devontae Kinney with his second bucket here in the third, now with 8 points. Northside up by 2. Bounce pass goes to Ferguson. Off the mark, rebounded by Janelle. The putback's good. Brandon Janelle, who had 5 points in the second quarter, now has 7 in this game. That ties this up at 30 with 5:30 left to play in the third. Johnson feeds down low to Butts. Butts goes up strong, right-handed putback is good. Jalen Butts now with 8 points. Wolfkale, Durnell, 3-point attempt is good. That's Parker Mangus. Mangus, that's his third three-pointer of the game. He has 11 points. Homestead up by 1, 33-32. Johnson working off the pick by Butts in the lane. Nice drive by Brandon Johnson. His 6th point of the game. Wolfgale up to Mangus. Durnell top of the key. Curry working off the pick. Pick and pop for Durnell, and it's good. Brandon Durnell with his first three-pointer of the game. Pick and pop working well with the big man. Johnson gets it over to Holmes. Kinney looking to drive baseline, walled off by Curry. Durnell on his back. Foul's going to be called on number 42. Did look like he got both arms. Actually, the foul's called on Curry.
12, Taj Curry, his first, team first.
Taj, that'll be his first, and the team's first here in the second half. First free throw attempt is up and in by Devontae Kinney. Second's good as well. So Devontae Kinney hits both of them for his 10th point. We're tied at 36. 4:08 left here in the third. Wolfgale doing a good job getting some separation. Picks up his dribble down to Durnell. Curry closing in quickly was Johnson. Wolfgale now out of the corner. Holmes doing a good job staying with him. Ferguson. That's Holmes with the defense on Ferguson. Kinney on Wolfkale. Pass just a little bit behind Curry. Johnson took a seat. Curry's three-pointer no good. Rebounded by Butts. Butts has it knocked away from behind. Feed into the lane. Right-handed shot's no good. That was number 20, Parker Mangus. On the other end, Johnson. No foul called in the lane. Loose ball picked up by Holmes. Beautiful feed. Kinney underneath, gets his own rebound, pump fake. He's fouled from behind. Will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Ferguson going to be called with the foul, his first and the team's second.
Homestead fouls on 10, Jack Ferguson, that's his first, team second. That puts Debo Kinney at the line shooting 2.
Devontae Kinney, 73% free throw shooter on the season. He's hit 47 of 64. The first one is good for Kinney. Second free throw. That one rims out. Ferguson comes up with it. Devontae Kinney averages 2.7 steals per game and 5.9 assists per game. Once again, one of the best point guards here in the city of Fort Wayne. Turnover by the Spartans. Homestead down by 1, 37-36 after that Devontae Kinney free throw. Kinney is 3 of 4 from the free throw line in this game. But that pass was a little high. Kinney, nice crossover with the right hand, no good. Curry with the board. Taj Curry averages 6.2 rebounds per game to go with his 18 points per game. Out of the corner, Wolfkale, no good. Ferguson keeps it alive. Janelle is fouled from behind by Kinney. Excuse me, fouls called on number 10. Brandon Johnson, his third, team's first. Janelle, this is his second free throw attempt of the game, and it's no good. Brandon shooting 75% from the free throw line, having hit 21 of 28 entering today's game. Johnson's going to take a breather. Chris Hill, the 6'6" senior, back in for the Redskins. Janelle's second free throw attempt. No good. Ferguson with the long rebound. Three-pointer's no good. So Homestead still down 37-36. Wolfgale will inbound it after the turnover. Curry, left-handed shot. Floater is good by Taj Curry. Taj's first bucket here in the third. Feed intended for Butts down low. Great defense being played on Jalen Butts all game long. Chris Johnson is a defensive mastermind here for Homestead as Wolfgale hits the baseline jumper. Homestead now up 40-37. So Homestead calls the full timeout. There's Chris Johnson. It's going to be real interesting to see how the SAC race concludes. Once again, Carroll 4-0 in conference, Homestead 4-0. Northside at 3-1, and Snyder at 3-1. Snyder beat Northside, Homestead beat Snyder. Other games around Fort Wayne, Carroll is at Southside, Concordia is at Snyder, Dwanger's at Lures, Northrop at Wayne. Southside, some of the best sophomores in the city play for Coach Mike Norvell. The Archers are 10-5 overall, 2-2 in conference play. Lures at 2-2 as well. Got a chance to see Lures play last week against Carroll and was really impressed with the talent that the Knights bring to the floor. They had a chance to win that game, but it was Carroll coming away with the victory, 66-61. This past Friday, Dwenger beat Wayne 56-41. Northside beat Northrop 70-63. Southside beat Concordia 89-81. And Homestead beat Snyder 51-50. Snyder still has to play Carroll. As a lob pass to Butts does not connect. That was Devontae Kinney lobbing it up. 1:35 left to play in the quarter. Curry being guarded by Kinney. Kinney does a great job of knocking it away. Ferguson picks up the loose ball. Curry now out of the corner. Martin's going to hand it back to him. Mangus. Parker Mangus. Curry once again has it knocked away from behind.
Entering for the Redskins, number 2, Elijah Long.
And if you had that starting 5 of SAC players, that's the reason Devontae Kinney probably in your starting 5. Elijah Holmes going to come to the bench. Elijah Long back in, number 2. Guarding Wolfkale. Durnell, spin move, looking for the reverse lane. Butts is there with the defense. Jalen going to be called with the foul. As Durnell heads back to the free throw line.
That's his first, team second. That puts Brandon Durnell at the line shooting 2.
Durnell with 10 points in this game, hits his first. Curry has 12 points to lead the Spartans. Second one good as well for Durnell. Kinney over the timeline, his team down by 5, 42-37, 104 left to play. Quarles, his pass knocked out of bounds by Parker Mangus. Keon Brooks with the inbounds pass. Keon has yet to score in the third quarter. He does have 9 points. Feed up top. Kinney over to Holmes. That was Long. No good, rebounded by Durnell. Wolfgale had it knocked out from behind by Devontae Kinney once again. Those quick hands by number 5. Foul's going to be called on Kinney. His second and the team's third. Homestead currently with 2 fouls. Wolfkale, Durnell up top, Butts all the way out with the defense. Beautiful steal by Kinney. Kinney gets it up to Butts. Butts has Quarles right in front. Mangus from behind with the defense. Butts looking at the ref like, can I get a foul? 42-37, 21.8 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's been a 1-point lead for Northside after 1 and after 2. Keon Brooks with a putback. Beautiful play there by number 12, the silky smooth freshman. Curry with 6 seconds left. Walled off by Kenny. Butts with the help defense. The steal, 1 second left. And that might have counted there by Elijah Long, just could not finish. So after 3, Homestead's up 42-39.
Here's our 3 winners. From Northside High School, Chase McCard. From Northside High School.
So Northside outscored there 17-13 in the frame. That is the first quarter that Homestead's won. Each team scored 14 in the second. Homestead at 11 in the first, and Northside 12 in the first. Taj Curry currently with 12 points, and Brandon Durnell with 12 points. To lead Homestead, Jack Ferguson has 8 points. Wolfgale has 2. Parker Mangus with 11 points. Looking at Northside, Devontae Kinney has 11 points. Jalen Butts with 8 points. Elijah Long with 3. Brandon Johnson has 6. Keon Brooks has 11 points. So Kinney and Brooks lead Northside in scoring with 11. Jalen Butts currently has 8. And Durnell and Curry lead Homestead with 12 points as we start the fourth quarter. Curry down low. What a play. Curry with a game-high 14. Juan Quarles has yet to score in this game, does have one foul. Boy, Homestead has been just loading up the block. Once again, Butts looking for a foul as they are scrappy down there. Homestead is not going to let Jalen Butts beat him. Wolfgale, good ball movement. Ferguson rises up for 3, left short. Durnell with the rebound. Putback is good by Ferguson. So Jack Ferguson now with his 10th point. That extends Homestead's lead to 7, 46-39. Keon Brooks in the lane, right-hand shot no good, gets his own rebound, putback's no good, but he will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Brooks is 2 of 2 from the free throw line in this game.
Curry, his second, team third. Keon Brooks at the line shooting 2.
Foul was called on number 12, Taj Curry, his second, the team's third. First free throw by Keon is no good.
Re-entering for the Redskins is number 10, Brandon Johnson.
Keon Brooks on the season has hit 57 of 73 free throws. Good enough for 78% from the free throw line. The only other player on the team to shoot more free throws is Jalen Butts, who's hit 41 of 87 entering today's game, shooting 47%. Second one for Brooks is good. So Brooks picks up his 12th point. That's a team high. Northside still down by 6 with 6:44 left to play. Curry, tight defense there by Kinney. Between the legs there by Ferguson. Wolfgale driving baseline. Ooh, he got Kinney up in the air. That's what you want to do down there on the block. Get that pump fake, get him in the air, draw that contact.
Fouls on 5, Monte Kinney his third, team fourth. That'll put Jake Wolfgale at the line shooting 2.
So for Kinney, that's his third and the team's fourth. Wolfgale to shoot 2. And it's good. That's his third point of the game for Jake Wolfgale. Wolfgale's only bucket came there in the third. Does sink both free throws. He's a 71% free throw shooter on the season, having hit 12 of 17 entering today's game. Kinney driving from the top of the key, walled off by Durnell, finishes, and he'll head to the free throw line looking for the 3-point play. For Durnell, that is his third foul of the game.
Fouls on 42, Brandon Durnell, his third, team fourth. Ending game for the Redskins is Chris Hill. That basket was good by Monte Kinney. He'll be shooting 1.
Homestead up 48-42 with 6:06 left to play. Kinney looking for his 14th point of the game, no good. Rebounded by Mangus. Curry with the left-handed dribble. Foul on the floor. Going to be called on number 22. Excuse me, number 2, Elijah Long. It's his first and the team's 5th. Durnell rises up and the 3-pointer is good. That's his second three-pointer of the game. He's got a game high of 15 points. Johnson on the other end, no good, rebounded by Curry. Lid is on the cup here for Northside. Down by 9, 51-42. Homestead's been making it rain from three-point land, shooting a high percentage. Wolfgeld to Mangus. Spin move as he's walled off. Loose ball. Kinney now in transition. Wolf not finished with the right hand. Tip out. Loose ball picked up by Janelle on the floor. And they are going to call traveling on Brandon Janelle. Obviously not too pleased with the call for number 42. That'll be his fourth and the team's fifth. That could really hurt Homestead if he ends up fouling out. He truly is their only real true big. Butts is currently on the bench getting a breather, so he's going to be ready to go here in about a minute when he goes in. Brooks for three, drains the triple. Keon Brooks, that's his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 15 points. His team down by 6, 51-45. Curry with the strong take with the left hand. Can't stop Taj Curry with a game high 16. Homestead's lead back at 8. Might have been an issue with the clock there. Keon Brooks averaging 17.9 points per game, leads Northside. One of the top scorers in the area. Austin Boucher from Southside averages 25.1 points per game. Jagger Surface out of Northrop averaging 24.4 points per game. They're two leaders in the area. Mangus out of Warsaw averaging 20.1 points per game. They're going to take on Northrop tomorrow. They're ranked number 7 in Class 4A and undefeated. They did beat Snyder this past Saturday at Warsaw. Not a whole lot of size for Warsaw, but very, very good defensive team. Three-point attempt, no good by Long. Butts with the putback is good, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot the and one. Butts just his 10th point, as Homestead has made it a case to take away the block. Try to make Jalen Butts as much of a non-factor as possible. Currently 6 points under his season average. Butts is 2 of 3 from the free throw line in this game. And it's in. So Butts' three-point play will pull Northside to within 5, 53-48, 4:19 on the clock. Ferguson quickly got back to pick up the loose ball. Mangus over to Curry. Ferguson running the baseline. Janelle going the opposite direction. That opened up a lot of space, but we got a foul call on the floor on Brandon Johnson, I believe number 10.
Northside foul on number 10, Brandon Johnson. That's his 4th, team 6th.
So for Johnson, that's his 4th and the team 6th. Homestead just one foul away from being in the bonus. Possession arrow in favor of Homestead as they got a 5-point lead, 4 minutes to play in the 4th. Ferguson to Curry. Mangus. Ferguson back over to Curry. 3:39. Homestead quite content with settling for the shot that they absolutely want as long as they hold on to the rock. Foul going to be called. Nice take by Taj Curry, drawing the contact.
Northside fouls on 3. Elijah Holmes, his first, team 7. At the line, shooting bonus will be Taj Curry.
So the foul's called on number 3, Elijah Holmes. It's his first and team 7th. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Curry. Curry entering today a 63% free throw shooter, hitting 29 of 46. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Durnell. Huge rebound there by Brandon Durnell. 54-48, 6-point ad. Curry, your game high scorer, with 17 points. Wolfgale, Mangus to Durnell. Durnell all the way out there by the timeline, pulls Butts out there, leaves that lane wide open. Mangus, nice take, could not finish with the right hand. Durnell got the rebound, and now he's fouled by Brandon Johnson, which will be his 5th. Devontae Kinney's going to head into the game for Johnson.
That was his 5th, team 8.
It's the 8th foul here for Northside. Homestead currently with 5.
Entering the lineup.
Homestead up 54-48 with 2:53 left to play.
At the line, shooting for Homestead will be Brandon Durnell.
Durnell so far in this game is 3 of 5 from the free throw line, has 2 3-pointers. On the season, Brandon Durnell is a 46% shooter from beyond the arc, hitting 6 of 13 entering today. Does miss the first free throw. So the big man, Brandon Durnell at 6'6", has range. Would be a real nice pickup for an NAIA school. Big man like that can shoot it. Remind you of Shane Merriman a little bit. He played at Huntington University, was a Crossroads League Player of the Year. Played his high school ball at Carroll High School.
Homestead fouls on 20, Parker Mangus. His first,
That foul's
team
called
6.
on Parker Mangus.
Northside
Mangus his first and the team 6.
Chase McCard, and you are in
So
the
Northside
police report to the
will
scorer's
call the
table.
full
Chase
timeout
McCard.
here. Their team down by 7, 55-48. Up next for Northside, they will travel to Concordia next Friday before hosting Carroll February the 9th, 7:30 tip-off. The Concordia game will be the last of the doubleheaders here in the SAC. Northside finishes up the season at Concordia, hosting Carroll, at Dwenger, hosting Lures, and hosting Leo. Homestead, who enters today with only 11 overall games played, Northside with 17 overall games played. Well, Homestead will host Leo January the 25th, host Northrop next Friday at Zionsville, host Canterbury at Wayne, at Concordia, host Carroll February the 19th. That right there is going to be a big game when Homestead hosts Carroll. At Jay County on the 20th, host DeKalb and host Norwell. Keon Brooks has it knocked away by Parker Mangus. Brooks last one to touch it. Turnover by the Redskins. Parker Mangus savvy. The junior guard at 6'2". Wolfkale with the inbounds to Mangus. Curry with 2:35 on the clock and his team up 55-48. Yeah, foul going to be called. Nope, timeout. A 30-second timeout called by Chris Johnson. Heads up play there by the coach as this player was in trouble. past Wednesday, Bishop Dwenger beat Belmont 81-45. On Tuesday was Columbia City 53, Homestead 43. Northrop beat Lakewood Park 83-63. Snyder beat Canterbury 86-50. And Wayne beat Blackhawk Christian 53-42. I was a little surprised by Columbia City's win over Homestead, a 10-point win there, 53-43. Columbia City did lose to Northrop earlier in the season. 2:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Wolfkale with the inbounds. Will find Curry in the backcourt. Ferguson to Curry from the free throw line. Beautiful lay-in by Taj Curry. He now has a game-high 19 points. Kinney, top of the key. Brooks. Menges nearly got another one away from Keon Brooks. That time Jack Ferguson from behind knocked it away. .201 left here in the fourth. That's Elijah Holmes getting it into Devontae Kinney. Rising up, Keon Brooks, no good. Rebounded by Curry. Inside 2 minutes to play, 1:48 and counting. Taj has it stolen from behind by Kinney. Menges hustling back. Kinney draws the foul, hits the bucket, and will head to the free throw line. That foul's called on Parker Menges. Was great hustle by the junior. Kinney with the strong take. Kinney now with 15 points in this game, has 4 in the fourth. From the free throw line, he is 3 of 5. Kinney looking to make it a 3-point off the heel. And Durnell is going to be fouled. Over the back was Chris Hill, number 22. Hill's third, team's ninth. Next foul by Northside. It'll be 2 free throws for Homestead. Durnell back to the free throw line. He's 3 of 6 in this game. It's good. Durnell with 16 points, make it 17. This team now up by 8, once again 58-50. Holmes over to Kinney. Kinney, he's been driving all game long. Ferguson steps on the baseline, so he'll turn it over. So Homestead's been clogging up the lane. Where Northside, sometimes Jalen Butts out there guarding Durnell on the perimeter, and the lane's wide open. Kinney with the inbounds. There's no doubt about it. If you're Devontae Kinney driving to the cup or Butts taking the feed in the block, you got 3 Spartans around you. Curry's going to let Kinney shoot that all day. He has. Quarles with the rebound. Put back no good. But the second chance is, that was Juan Quarles. Keon Brooks was right there as well. For Quarles, that's his first 2 points of the game. Loose ball. And last touch by Taj Curry as he was trying to keep it alive. And timeout this time called by Coach Shabazz Khalik, a 30-second timeout. 59-52. 1:01 left to play. Homestead in the preseason ranked in the top 20 Class 4A, now out of the top 20. Looking at the losses, they lost by 15 at Warsaw, two very evenly matched teams right there. Lost 54-51 against New Haven at home. Lost to Carroll 62-43 in the holiday tournament. And then this past Tuesday, losing to Columbia City. 7-4 overall, but not in the top 20. Northside, the only local team, and they're at 14. Warsaw at 7. Once again, Warsaw will travel to Northrop, and I could see Northrop winning that game. That was a long, long three-point attempt by Long. Curry with 47 seconds left. Little Northside foul. Long looking against Wolf Kale. Looked like they could have called that foul about 3 or 4 seconds earlier. So Devontae Kinney called with the foul. That'll be his 4th and the team's 10th. Wolfgale to shoot 2. He is 2 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. He has 4 points. Jake Wolfgale. Wolfgale shooting 71% from the free throw line. He shoots 45% from the field. Second one was no good. Nice take by Long. Pretty much uncontested there, his 5th point of the game. Homestead with the 8-point advantage. Durnell got to get the foul, can't let any more time come off. They're looking for the steal. Bounce pass, Ferguson. Guess you really can't foul. It's almost a guaranteed 2 free points, but time is ticking away. So 60-54 your score. Northside with a full timeout. Redskins have 1 remaining. Homestead with 3. At the end of 3, I should say, at halftime, Northside was up 26-25. At the end of 3, Homestead had taken over the lead 42-39 after outscoring Northside in the 3rd quarter 17-13. Now they've increased that lead by 3 more points. Here in the 4th with 17.9 left in the game. Looks like this game is going to Homestead. If that were the case, Homestead and Carroll will remain atop the conference standings with 4-0 records. And you could say Homestead's hardest opponent left on the schedule will be Carroll on the 19th. After today, they'll host Northrop. Northrop's a good squad. It can beat anybody on any given day. And then at Wayne and at Concordia, you got to believe that Homestead would be the favorite in all 3 of those games, which would make them undefeated heading into that showdown with Carroll. Corals off the mark. Kinney off the top of the backboard, butts with the board. Holmes going to throw it up. Excuse me, that was Elijah Long, no good. That will do it as Homestead wins it 60-54. Big game by Taj Curry, who finishes with 19 points, a game high. Brandon Durnell, the big man, also a huge game with 17 points. Devontae Kinney for Northside finishes with 15 points. Keon Brooks Jr. finishes with 15 points. So a tough loss here for Northside, but you can't be surprised. Homestead is getting better and better and better, and they seem to just rise to the occasion here in these conference games. Well, that will do it here from By-Hay Arena. My name is Jeff Mahoney. We had Nate McCullough on the camera. Folks, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports and like our Facebook page at Summit City Sports. on Facebook. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, my name is Jeff Mahoney, and have a wonderful weekend.